I have a feeling Superman 2. So unlike my first Superman film, this is going to only be a review on the cinematic version because the dress cut does change the story a bit. So the movie is about Superman in his relationship with Lois Lane. And how he gives up his powers to be with Lois because he loves her. But meanwhile, there's a new threat that is happening, that is on the rise. Zod and his men and women sidekicks, killing and enslaving people, and have team up with Lex Luthor. So Superman sees all of this happening on screen, and he after getting in a fight with this guy, and he finds out that that he's no longer strong anymore, and he's bleeding. And he loses the fight with this guy, and he sees everything that's happening on the news. He knows that he has to go back to go back to being Superman, and he got to just figure out how. And it doesn't show him the struggle that he goes through and the emotional struggle he goes through. It kind of cuts away from that, and next thing you know, you see him as Superman. And it cuts away. It looks like there was a scene that was missing from that because there isn't. It's in the director's cut. But you still get the emotional attachments when you're still rooting for him. So he gets his powers back, and Superman once again, and defeats Zod and his henchmen and Lex Luthor by outsmarting them and luring them into a trap. And they wanted him to give up his powers, but and to go into that thing for him to give up his powers, but he re-engineered it. So when Lex Luthor figured this out, what he was doing, that he re-engineered the thing. So when he was in there, he was safe, keeping his powers and keeping his powers, while everyone was out there was losing their powers. Zod and his henchmen. So he kills Zod and his henchmen, and by Zod is like he bows to Zod, has to bow to kneel to Zod, and he kneels, and then he takes Zod's hand and breaks it, and the Superman sees Zod, and he throws Zod over the cliff of the Fortress of Solitude, and Superman takes out Zod man, and Lois takes out the Zod girl, which is kind of a short, sexy cat fight. But seriously, it's actually pretty awesome to watch. And this happened, and Lex Luthor figures this out, and because Lex Luthor double crossed Superman because he's afraid of Zod, so Superman figured Luthor out way before he double crossed him, so he double crossed Luthor, and he called Luthor out on his bull crap. And brings Luthor to prison, back to prison because he escaped from prison early on in this film. So, and he goes back to that guy that he lost the fight with, and this threw him across the table and into the juice box machine. It was pretty funny. And the movie has those little things, I'm assuming, flying into the sky. Flying out of space and into the sky, flying out of space. So, and that is Superman 2. I really like the sequel. I don't know why some people actually kind of have grown to hate it. I thought it was like one of the better sequels for a comic movie and for any movie, because it doesn't try to tell the same story. It tries to tell a different story, but keep the spirit of the characters while showing them grow and change. So, thumbs up for the first one and thumbs up for this one. I forgot to do my thumbs up for the first one.